That's where we come out of. This is really spooky.
Alright, see you. Sandbags during the war. Whoa, look how small this tunnel is.
Did you spot some sandbags just then? Ray, could you tell us about that? Sandbags on the line.
That's called the sand drag. There's a pile of sand on the track designed to stop runaway trains. If they run down that hill we've just come down, that will catch them.
Big tunnel. Oh, another train.
Yeah.
There's an original train there.
Yeah.
The platform you're about to see looks much as it did on the day it shut down in 2003. Ray, can you describe it for us?
When Melrail was running, this platform would be a hive of activity. You'd see people playing darts between the trains arriving, guys conversing back and forth and wheeling work up and down. It was a noisy and lively place to work.
Ray's going to tell you more about life working on the railway as we take a trip down memory lane through the many decades of mail rail.
We're under Mount Pleasant sorting office, heading east to Whitechapel. It was hard work down here, but we all thought we were part of something important. There was enormous team spirit. We seemed to get ourselves in the news a lot in the 90s. It didn't hurt that Bruce Willis made a film down here called Hudson Hawk. In the 80s, we had our 60th anniversary. Along with that, we had a new brand and finally some new trains. I'll tell you two things that sum up the 70s. Postcodes made life a lot easier, and strikes made life not so easy. The swinging 60s. Those World Cup stamps sold out after England won. There were a few celebrations down here that summer. In the 50s, air travel became much more common, and so did airmail, and that meant even more of it travelling on Melrail. The railway was bombed several times. This station suffered the most damage when it was hit in 1943. Amazingly, the railway was back up and running the very next day. That reflected how vital the railway had become.
Wow, pretty hit by a bomb.
Wow.
The tunnel off to the left leads to Liverpool Street Station, where mail was transferred to the main railway network. Further down that tunnel, it looks like a maintenance crew is checking the flood barriers.
This side's good. What's that like?
Big heavy steel doors that close it off.
During the railway's construction, 10 men scrambled to safety when the nearby River Fleet broke into where they were digging. The barriers here were installed later, after the war, but they'd never had to be used.
Ray, there's something else here that people might be interested in. Can you tell us about that?
When we move off just up ahead, look down towards the track. You might catch a glimpse of the train graveyard, where disused trains are stored. I must have worked on all of them at some time or other.
What's the station then? That's what I'm saying, it goes all over London, connecting. Things dripping.
Yeah.
It must be on the walls like that.
Whoa.
The walls are dripping. Look, down there, dude, down there.
Whoa, that's the graveyard. What? Whoa. No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
The ghost. Top two.
Right.
Top two. There's a train coming.
Don't worry, everybody. Just a power cut. Ray, can you explain?
Power cuts happen from time to time when the railway was operational. We could draw power from the next station along to keep everything running. And of course, us guys in the engineering teams always kept the trains and track in good order.
Okay, on we go.
Very well, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Where's that go? No, there's tunnels everywhere.
I know.
Now, let's go a bit further back to the early days in the 1930s. Then there was no email, texting, or instant messaging. Whatever the message, it was sent through the post. So there was a lot of mail to move.
What's that?
You know what I used to move on these trains, Danny?
What?
Money and gold.
Trainloads of mail arrived at every station every few minutes, with less than 60 seconds to unload and reload. Let's follow a few of those letters. This is the Colonel. He's writing to the famous poet W.H. Jordan at the GPO Film Unit. This is Kathleen. She's keeping in touch with her sweetheart in the Navy. And this is Mary. Her letter is very special because it's going to a princess.
Darling bird, that Navy is keeping you away from me for far too long, and everyone says a war's coming. I do hope they're wrong.
Dear Mr. Bolton, I think I would never express my admiration for your work on the recent film about the Nightingale History Train.
Dear Princess Elizabeth, I am sending you a birthday card because my birthday is on the same day. I hope you enjoy living in Buckingham Palace. I wish my nephew was a king like yours. Does he wear his crown all the time?
good work. Yours sincerely, Colonel Arthur Bingley Crouch, retired.
Must go now, or I shall be late for work. Those frogs won't sell themselves. Take good care of yourself, Bert, my love. Kisses, your sweetheart, Kathleen.
So those 3 letters all got delivered quickly and safely. And so did the other 4 million which travelled along mail rail each and every day.
You could say that mail rail was the beating heart of the British postal system.